Alright, we back. Hindsight. I think it's like episode 9. And we just saw Death on the Nile, directed by...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Kenneth Barong? Hold on a second. You did not have me ready.
Yeah, you just looked it up.
I know, but I remember some guy's name. Kenneth Branagh. I don't fucking know how to pronounce Brenna.
Sounds legit. Alright.
Yeah, okay.
He also was the main star of the movie, yeah?
Yeah, he was Poirot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like murder mystery movies, whodunits, all that stuff. That was very pleasurable for me.
That was, yes. But did I not call it from the beginning? Of
who did you totally did call that.
I was like, I know exactly who it's gonna be.
Yeah, you totally did call that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was...
It was fun though.
It was
great.
It was a fun adventure. I wish you hadn't said that. I'm not gonna lie. But
really, I mean, I could have been wrong. Do you know what I mean? I could have been like Poirot, where he was accusing everyone, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
Until the final end, you know.
I liked him running through everybody though. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who are my actors? My other actors. I wish I knew everybody's name, but
I know. Let me pull it up.
Oh, look at that.
Well, what did you love about it? And what did you... What...
All right, we're going to start with the likes.
All right, let's do it.
I thought it was good acting. Usually, that's what, makes a lot of movies suck for me is the bad acting. But I thought it was pretty good acting. Even Gal Gadot, who I think can't act for shit, actually did a good job.
I love her.
You know, she did a good job.
I love her.
You know, she's coming along. She's got enough roles to
I
start
gotta say, the
being
Armie
good.
Hammer, who comes from the Arm & Hammer guys, he's actually an heir to that fortune. Yeah, so for him...
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer. Hammer guys. Hammer Museum. Arm & Hammer. The shit you make crack with.
Wait, there's a connection between those two? There's one
he's
guy.
He's an heir, yeah. It was anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is it's a stretch for him to play pool, but he played pool. No, for real. That's who he is. He comes from the family.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
He was eating people?
Yeah. He eats people.
Okay, so Armie Hammer is apparently accountable too. Let that be known.
Yeah.
Let that be known. And if we're wrong, then I'm sorry that we were spreading false information. But it's just our opinion. So it doesn't
just
matter.
our opinions. That's it. You're gonna edit the fact that you make crack with Arm & Hammer. Right?
Hell no. This is explicit.
Oh. Alright. Well. Okay. Go on.
Okay, so the acting, A1. Camera angles, A1. A10. I don't think that's a thing, but
the cinematography was great.
I was loving all these crazy shots, looking up at. I mean, I just like Egyptian stuff because I'm black. In case you guys didn't know, but yeah, I loved all the shots of Egypt, all the overhead of the pyramids. That was just fire.
Yeah, that was great.
And I liked how there were a lot of I don't know what I'm guessing they were African people who were always in some of those shots, but they were never focused on it. It was just they were background. But I just like to see them there doing whatever the hell they were doing.
Right, it's not like a Woody Allen movie where it's New York and everyone in the background is white, and you're just what New York did you grow up in, sir?
Well, old New York, he probably did grow up in a pretty white New York. Like we talked about in there, I thought that they handled the race well. Usually, tell me they didn't. Come on.
Well, no, they did, but it was Mother doesn't approve of anyone who is born outside of Mayfair. I don't know how big fucking Mayfair is, but what he was saying was Mother doesn't like anyone who's black.
But that was a beautiful implication that we all came to ourselves, but they didn't have to say it in a fucking movie, and I prefer it like that. Where he's she doesn't like niggers. So I liked how they did it. I thought it was better how they did it.
And Poirot did two things which I thought were hilarious. One was when he was talking about blues music, he was I didn't think that I would like this music, your people's music, but to my surprise, I loved it. I was okay, was the first part necessary? And the second one, it's 1937, and he literally went, as he's accusing one of the people, he's the beds were made a certain way, and by the way, all of this shit is circumstantial evidence. The fact that they even caught anyone, you know what I mean, like, is like ridiculous. But like, they were like, he's like, the bed wasn't like, it was still made as the first date, which means you didn't sleep in it, which means the person that you're supposedly a servant for, you're not. She's really your lesbian lover. He didn't say that. He said companion. I'm like, it's 1937. But it's 1937 and he's outing them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, he didn't technically out them. He just
there were
said,
other people.
Well, she's the richest now, so no one's going to say shit.
So nobody's going to say shit, right? Yep. But he was like, but then she could have been like, and she just like looked at him like, oh my God, he found me. He sees me. It's like, I would have been like, no, it was hot and I get hot and because, I'm overweight and I just don't sleep under the blanket.
That one I made for is interesting.
I know. I'm just saying a lot of this shit is circumstantial evidence.
I mean, to be honest, pretty much everything was because... Yeah, I don't understand how Book helped him so much.
How what?
How the dude Book, that was his name?
Who's Book?
The son who died.
The son, yeah. I don't know how he helped him. I forget even how they found the gun. How did it, like, it was
Which
in the
gun?
ocean? The one that killed the lady. Oh, we can say it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we were spoiling.
The one who killed the lady, which was when it was sitting out in the...
Yeah.
It was just there.
How did they find it? Was it in the ocean or something? And
like you're talking about the 45 or the 22?
No, the 22.
The 22 was in the ocean.
Yeah, so they just like dug it up.
I swear I was like, he threw it out into the ocean and then they found it.
Yeah, like what?
That piece
but even
was
like the napkin, since we're spoiling everything, the napkin that had like the do you know what I mean, like the paint on it.
Yep,
how did they even do you know what I mean, like how did they even draw that to anything? Like it was just like
because her paint was stolen.
Right. But they can't prove that was the same napkin that other guy used. You know what I mean? Like
when he was shot or whatever. But,
yeah, they can't really point it to him. I mean, because we don't have DNA at that time and we don't have fingerprints.
Well,
I guess have fingerprints at that time?
I think they did have fingerprints.
Okay.
I think the assumption was because they had the other shot into his leg and the handkerchief thing, that one shot had to be fired to be dampered.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which still wasn't really enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then old girl.
But also, go on.
Like when she got murdered, the throat cut. I'm not saying it was a far stretch for him to look at the blood patterns on the wall, but it might have been.
So, right. Well, he noted that somebody was standing there and witnessed it, right?
Yep.
But it was the lady Jacqueline who killed the snitch, or not the snitch, but the server lady, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. But also, man, you know what the thought that I actually had was, do people fall that madly in love with other people these days? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it's
you're
now I'm
about 2022 and in 1937 you only know 10 people your whole life.
I'm just saying, do things because it ended up, I mean, spoiler alert, it ends into a suicide murder. But I'm sure that happens all the time. But with the new generation, first of all, people are like, oh, he's not for me, swipe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Type
of deep.
Nobody falling in love like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't falling in love like that. But I'm sure people are falling in love like that.
My God, we're like two sociopaths. Let's go watch a love movie and see what we say.
I'll probably just laugh the whole way through.
I know.
But I'm not a sociopath. You heard it here first, guys. I'm not a sociopath.
Neither am I. Psychopath, maybe. Not a sociopath. There is a difference.
Okay, so hold up. I made a little list of things. I'll be forgetting what to talk about on this damn thing. Get ready, guys. Oh yeah, the story.
Oh yeah, shit, the story. That's right.
I thought it was well written. There were some pieces I was like, but I thought for the most part they nailed it. They nailed it. I thought it was a nice little flow through the story.
Yeah, I mean, there was. It's one of those things where it's here's the thing. It has a cheese element to it, but I feel like all of those have to have that, right? So
For
it's like
sure.
overly dramatic and all of that stuff. And I wasn't sure who was going to be killed. You know what I mean? Because like,
Yeah.
I really didn't, because I was like, are they going to kill Jacqueline? Like the one who was jealous. And then it's like, oh, who did it? Or yeah.
I didn't know who would die.
Yeah.
That is the truth. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't like just clear cut. In fact,
Right.
what was her name? Is it Lynette? Is that the main girl? Lorette
girl,
or something?
Lynette,
Gal
yeah.
Gadot.
Yeah.
She was the person I did not expect to die.
Yeah. Although now it makes sense. She's the one with money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And she married a poor guy.
And it seemed like she was an ass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that just wasn't really touched on until she died.
Well, no, I mean, she stole her best friend's husband.
I guess, obviously, right
What
off
do
top.
you mean?
Yeah.
Did you ignore that big red flag, Jonathan?
She
She
did
was like,
it
she
for
was
love.
nice. What are you talking about? She stole her, like, first scene. We see her steal her best friend's,
Yeah,
like,
that
fiance.
was a major finesse.
Although it seemed like the two of them planned for that to happen. But still, even if though they did, the fact that she still did that,
Interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
kind of fucked up.
Wow, so that means that first scene, they had just met each other, and they were just
They
off
just
of
met each
initial
other.
vibes.
Yeah.
And he like had his face inside her pussy on the dance floor, and I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah. It was a little too
Isn't your fiance right there, bruh?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, but the fiance was in on it, so.
But at the time, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is intense.
Story we have acting. I love Kenneth Branagh or whatever the fuck his name is. And then I love that other lady who is in God, what is that? Let me see. Her name is Sophie Okonedo. She is so good. She's in that
she's a
show
great
on Amazon called fuck, I'll find it. Okay, go on, tell us more. As I'm like looking through this, she was in she's in a TV show that I watched, a Flack, that's what it is. Yeah, Flack.
Yep, that's a shout out for you said I was on what, Amazon?
Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime, when we get our Amazon Prime
Sophie.
sponsorship.
Sophie Okonedo, she's great.
Also Russell Brand was in the film.
Yeah.
He killed that shit because I didn't even know that was Russell Brand at first. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
He seems so familiar, but yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
Old girl from Black Panther, what's her name?
Letitia
Wright, yep.
Yeah.
She did a good job.
Yeah, Annette Bening. I mean, everyone did well.
They did, and usually it's like,
Yeah.
that's just not the case, Usually niggas can't act, but everybody did a good job.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I don't know who oh hell no, that ain't her.
No, but she was in this
Oh,
too.
okay.
I'm like
Where?
looking at
Who
all
was
the.
she?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like a bunch of actors that I'm like, wait, who are you guys? They must have been extras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the last dual girl.
Yeah.
Who was Jacqueline? Emma Mackey.
Yeah, she's good. I don't know what
Yeah,
else
she was
she's
fine
been
too.
in.
I didn't expect that. I was like, what?
Yeah, she was good. Yeah, no, she was great looking. Not that it matters to the film, but okay.
I think it mattered for her character. Okay.
Males reviewing films. What else? Let's go on. What else you got for me? Oh, that's funny. She's been in 7 things.
Who?
This girl, the Mackey chick. Emma Mackey?
She's on now.
Yes.
Honestly, I thought that main actor was Ewan McGregor for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Until I realized it was.
They do look the same,
I
right?
was like, yo, that's
They
him.
look the same.
And then they had like
Yeah.
the CG young face at the
Yes,
beginning. I'm like, oh, it's young
yes.
Ewan McGregor, and it totally wasn't him. That was
Yes.
hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I also was wondering how the fuck you grew a mustache like that. Like what?
I mean, like, what is that? Like a perm?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what? Like, it's a perm.
It was like a double mustache.
Yeah,
I
it was
literally
like a
never seen
double,
that.
yeah.
But it was fun for the character. But it did give him like it was my guy KFC Colonel vibes.
I'm here.
Right.
The lights are better and there's something I want to
Fit the character though. Fit the character.
I didn't know he was
What else was wild in that movie? Okay, so the dude who was her husband, why did he not interrogate? He was the one piece. I'm like, why do I feel like we haven't got to him yet? Like all these things kept happening, but he never asked him any fucking questions.
Right, that's what I mean. It's like the fact that like it was set up in that way. I just was like, there's no way that he's not. You know, like you're already setting him up to be the villain because he's marrying her for her money, and that's clear.
For sure, it wasn't I mean, I get yeah, fine. Fine. All right.
They can't see the look that I'm giving you right now. I mean, it's like, well, just from a writing perspective, there's a reason they made him poor. You know what I mean?
For sure. And then like Book being a part of it, I thought that was interesting. That was a twist I did not see coming.
Book? Yeah.
Like when he had stolen the jewels or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, what was the purpose of him trying to steal like the necklace? I don't get that.
Because he wanted to have the money so that he didn't need his mom's blessing.
Oh, but he just went into that room after the guy was shot. Did he think that she was sleeping? I don't get it.
That part threw me too. Like, why the fuck did he go in the room in the first place?
Right, like you were like just gonna assume she's gonna sleep through your robbery?
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, she looked like she was lit and tired.
No.
Yeah, that was questionable for me.
Yeah.
And who was the alibi chick?
The alibi chick.
The one who, or not alibi, but the one who saw the murder. The one who got blackmailed and got killed.
Oh, she was like a servant. She was her servant. What happened was she was engaged to somebody, and she basically, Lynette gave him the ultimatum of like either like marry her or I'll give you money to pay off your debts, and he chose the money. And then she felt a certain type of way about still being like tied to her, like she had control over her, you know, like because she basically exposed the fact that she was not loved. Mind you, all the guy had to say was like, babe, I took the money, I paid off my debts, come with me.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Makes no sense. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, common sense says just take the money and leave.
Just take the money and leave. Tell her to quit her job or meet you somewhere. Come on.
I guess low-key that goes back to the beginning when he didn't call off their honeymoon. That makes more sense now too.
Who didn't call it their honeymoon?
Remember the husband when Piero or Penro or blah blah blah, whatever, the colonel, when the colonel was like, yo, I think you guys should cancel this wedding and go home and lock your doors.
Yeah,
and he was
no,
like,
he insisted.
Gotta do something.
He insisted on it, yes.
And you were like, how did she find them? And now it all makes sense.
Right.
Or like, how did she get there? Like,
right.
Yeah, that.
And then he was like, she had a ticket to what?
But yeah, I'm like
what is
what do you mean she has a ticket when this is obviously an exclusive party and you're the only ones on the fucking boat?
Like what are we talking about? This is so dumb.
That threw me. And the fact that Gal Gadot didn't even really register any of that either. I'm just like, hold on. Like, what?
Yeah.
Because didn't she rent out the fucking boat?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like weird.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Also the yellow diamond necklace. When homegirl went to pick it up, like, what was the purpose in that? Like, did the guy buy that for her? Like, did she already own it?
He bought it for her with his money. I mean, with her money.
With her money. Who did they? That was just a random thing. That was just a gift.
His wedding present to her from her.
Is that corny?
Yes. Yeah.
If you were an heiress and I took some of your money to buy a gift for you,
yes, because like first of all, the Jacqueline character, she's like trying to set him up with the job. That's how she introduces him to her friend, right? But like we all know it's a setup from the get-go. But it's like, woman, he's a fucking loser. Like, what are you doing with him? She's like, I love him. Like, okay, it's 1937. Do you have money?
Hey, you can always kill somebody and take theirs. And actually probably get away with it. They just were stupid about everything.
Yeah.
Didn't you just wait until the end of the ride and then like...
Yeah, well, the end was funny because he's like, we can do it, baby. And she kills them both. And so I'm like, maybe he wasn't thinking about we can do it, like we can escape, not through death, but maybe he was like, let's jump off the boat. And she's like, yes, we can.
I'm pretty sure he meant, let's get off the damn boat.
Right.
And then she just shoots them both.
Shoots them both.
I am going to say I didn't like that part.
I mean, what else were they gonna do?
Get arrested and face justice for their crimes?
Oh, come on. It's 1937 Egypt.
What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I don't know. They went out like some scrubs, though. I didn't want to see them go live. Like, they had the most anticlimactic murders.
yeah, they really did.
And I don't know. She was just a cornball.
Yeah.
She was crazy. Like, crazy is maybe not the word. Crazy in love, we'll say.
Yeah.
But she was acting wild. She was like, I don't know. From day one, the first time they showed her, she was just being fucking weird.
Yeah.
And when he sat down with her that time, like at the beginning when we didn't really know her, and then she's like, he still loves me. He's in love with me.
Yeah, but I think that was, so here's the thing. That was to set up the fact that
He was throwing her. She was trying to throw
she
him
was
off the
trying
case.
to throw him off, because if she is under morphine and like she has an alibi, all of it is premeditated. Like, I mean, all of it was like pretty well planned.
It was a pretty well planned thing. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that what's her name saw, and then they just fucked everything up.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that's on her.
Yeah, what else? I mean, I feel like we reviewed it
I
pretty
think
well.
we did. We hit everything.
We did.
All right, y'all. That was Hindsight, episode 9. Devil and Nile.
I love it.
Rating out of 10.
6.5.
Damn.
What about you?
I was gonna give it a 8.
Oh, you're generous.
We might meet in the middle at about a 7 or something. We'll see. Whatever rating is right
I mean,
there.
I almost fell asleep. I'm glad we didn't see it at the iPic with those like really comfy chairs. Honestly, I would have fallen asleep.
Says the girl who was drinking coffee.
Exactly. That should tell you something. My official review is I drank a bunch of coffee and I still fell asleep.
She probably hasn't slept in days though, so.
It's true.
All right, then. Catch y'all next time.
I love it. Wait, like I want to see the Hindsight. Like you've sent me the link before, right?
Y'all be brought your Denny and look. Butthead.